Fire. Oh God, did it come suddenly the next morning after that Stan Strickland? Okay. Oh God, who has let us live long enough to cross the bridges of being out of darkness into the curved light, we shall crack open the churches, and out of that point of cleavage shall spring the jack in the pulpit of the human spirit, blown through with the winds of God. I am placing my foot on the flesh of the human heart, and I shall rise to the proportions God gave me. My dance begins, but the ballroom is eternity, and the light is forgiveness for this human race, unable to be kind to the animals of its own species. I am in this race, I am a slow beginner, and when I mount the podium, the stars will come in whirlwinds out of the pulsating sky of night and wrap me in their wounds of rhythm. I shall stand while the rivers flow beneath my legs. I shall stand with my head caught close to the yearned-for sun, where my burning hands reach for its fire. O Prometheus, I walk fire-footed among the bands of children, and only their voices breathe with my heart, and their hands understand my toys. For the first touch of our hands on seashells must be maintained till death. The found stick on the sidewalk is our amulet, and the found light dancing in the stage of time is the blues of the inner wolf of our being, releasing breath long caught under the volcanoes of the earth. And we are the instruments through which it blows, our breaths the volcanoes out of which it pours, spilt fire, milk from the gods. We lick the crevasses of the body alive, while the ones we loved who died called to us from an eternal wind, and we raise our hands and join them in a circle dance, except briefly, ever so briefly, our feet touch the earth before we rise. Our hands interlace, our stomachs press the music of one human gut into the music of the other human gut. And the gut is plucked and the music is born, and the cold black eye shoots lightning by the altar, where the wine of the human spirit, mixed with the snakes of healing, pours into the uncensored gullet, holy wine, born by the snakes of our beginnings. The found stick is the caduceus of our soul. Lord, make me the instrument of your peace. The war within me demands that every human take off the layers that cover their true nature and dance naked on the battlefield of our beginnings. Crack through to the essence of existence, and you will find yourself with wings waiting for the rise. The wine pours straight from the bottle down my throat into the fire of my entrails. I cannot maintain this show anymore, the false face that is not myself I have been forced to share since birth. I am a dancer on the field of time, and no one shall take from me the right to whirl the colors of my dress except for death itself. And no hand shall imprison this body in spirit. No hand cover the eyes of my heart, which take me where I lie down, on the shelf of rock, over the caverns filled with roaring, sloshing waters. I reach my hand to the cavern, which is the origin of man. I cannot lie down. The tape measure of my voice reaches back 5 million years to what is to be said. In saying it, I court my death, I hold my heart, I dance alone. I cannot lift this notebook. have to press on through eternities of sleep. My voice is rising. I cannot tell if I can stop, and my hand waits for the fire of every human heart to kindle the blessing of the race. We cannot bear anything we cannot bear. We have to bear everything we cannot bear. We bear our own true natures to the fire of sun itself, who purifies our being to its bones and lets the truth speak from a snake's tongue in the dark of night, the light of love. We start from mouse size with a nose for candy, and we rise to God's size with a hand for truth. We start in dust that wraps around our light. We fall in dust that scatters on the earth. We are the nude light that does not dare undress, but bumps desensitized in darkness, unaware of our animal nature reigning there. We civilize our solar flare of spirit's body, unaware, and extinguish the flame with the instrument of torture, the repression of the body and soul in the name of decency. We cannot climb to heaven without the ladder of fire our body teaches us to make out of the igneous rock of the heart. If we do not burn, someone may forbid us to. We turn to poison and pollute the water and the air. But if we dance in the true body of our self's being, free form, liberated, one with the garlands of fire that embrace the earth, we leap to heaven when we touch the earth, and our wine is fire of the heart. Our hands fuse fingers with the hearts of man, aspiring earth ride in the tortured chambers of the human family. And each of us who bears a flame shall take it to the door of each of us who lives in darkness. And the earth-wide torch parade shall dance for the millennium, circling in the galaxy of seasons. Sick to death from artificiality, the true flower shall be born. Its many-petaled heart shall spread an incense stronger than steel to lift the human spirit from despair. Oh, dancers alone on the floors of desperate ecstasy, take hands. The dance work is beginning, and the images shall flow from the center of the earth and time immemorial. The eyes of doubt and fear that stand in gunshot every day and fall needlessly. Oh, hands unite to pick them up and reassemble the human spirit to begin again. What chemicals can we combine in the frying pans of our hearts to heal the disassembled child who is the dream our wombs conceived with fire? Heaven and earth unite in our bodies and carry each of us to our true natures, the wagons we hitch to the stars, to let our chores be done by the gods themselves. What we love is our heritage, and what comes to us is our own. The spoon of plated silver found on the beach rocks of our childhood can feed us eternity. It does not take time to make miracles. It takes a living body and a soul supported by many hands who did not let it drop. In a chaos of a sky where souls drop like bombs out of sight, the brightest images on earth are falling through the ground, never to emerge, except the ones who reappear in boats on underground rivers, dragging stars from heretofore unseen minerals of light. No one can count the moments of despair that make up genius. No one can count the lost rays our sun or the sun of our inner being sends out into eternity to touch on nothing. Oh, radiating ones, we cannot stand to hold back the light God gave us to explore the world. There is no pearl-like slug in grass, or stinking ginkgo seed, or broken insect wing that does not matter on the glistening soil. There is no deep iron sunset on the quahog shell that does not matter. No world black whelk that does not play the music of the spheres. You cannot hide. My light is bursting through my chrysalis, and I, who could not speak or shake their hands, am walking out to conquer the world and bring it back, to water it with love. To conquer the world would be to liberate every human spirit into the garden of their desire, until the flowers that grow there become the instruments that play the music of peace. I cannot get up. The message is pressing me into the power of this seat. Gravity is in league with my continuance. My message is a fire I have to keep alive. I never could learn how to arrange the logs to set the fire in pouring rain, the hungry campers waiting. Sing! The voice box still contains the treasures put there in the beginning. No hand can hold them back. The swan muse swims against the score. Its wing brushes the lyre, the wind harp of the mountain, and the sound comes from all around, like the wind of God, blowing from every degree of the dark-rimmed, light-rimmed horizon. I cannot sleep. Some force propels my hand to write. The cells of my body contain the history of animal kind. The cells of my body contain the history of life, contain the history of the earth, the calls of all creation. The cells of my body contain the voices of the chemicals of stars. The cells of my body help me balance and continue the course of evolution till I rise to my rightful place, the posture of those who sense they have a right to live. How can I thank God that I've been given a voice while most of those who doubted their right to speak have died along the road? Their corpses make a music that propels my legs to dance. I bear their secrets, and their amulets are in my pockets as I walk toward the edge of the world where there is no more space for me to walk, and their music is carrying me upward to the stars. Is there a world where there is room for everyone to speak? Is there a world where there is room for everyone to dance? Is there a world with room for everyone to eat the fruit of ripened dream that drops into the upheld hand? We have to make that world. When you have joined your hands with mine, we shall encircle everything on earth. And before the ring rank around a rosy when we all fall down, we will rub sticks to burning that ignite the earthly stars of human hearts. The truth propels us to disrobe. The costumes of circumstance cause us to circumvent the burning lake which is where we must swim, to transform our hidden language into living fire. Our apprenticeship is the unbearable mediocrity of our lost missions, bearing us away from who we are. The blocked fires of our existences cause us to choke on gunfire of our own creation and destruction. The blocked fire of our existence must be released so we can make the colored fireworks of the soul a celebration with the oil of peace, lighting the lamp of learning to lead us through the maze. All life long, we tiptoe in between the burning mounds of human ash, in danger of asphyxiating in the smoke of fires that fear builds to protect the young ones, fires that from a distance look like hate. We are all afraid. We have to plant the flowers that partake of sun and give us back our oxygen. Oh, for a muse of fire that would ascend the brightest heaven of invention and touch the angel wings of secrets pressed against the sun. Oh, for the hope from Cupio desire, reach forward, guide, and inspirare, breathe divine feeling into our hearts. The language of the wolves is singing through us, and we must watch carefully exactly what treasure is the bone we bear back to the hole we dig to live in. And when our fight for the right to live on earth is over, let us wag our endless tails and make love. Schumann, who would simply burst with music and do nothing but compose. Oskar Kokoschka, trembling in awe at the mystery of life. William James, climbing with lithe body toward the noontide. There is nowhere to go but into enlightenment. There is nothing to do but learn the unity of all there is. A Papago Indian pot of circling dancers hand in hand that is big enough to spin the whole wide world and turn and shake the tambourine that is the disc of earth with bells for every human heart. Houses shall be cleared by the entrance of a piano with sympathetic vibrations to put into their places the spirits of all inanimate things. And a tree shall guide them, and a crescent moon of quartz embedded in a sea rock from the beach shall pull them one with its tides, and the inspiration blanket of violet and orange threads from Ireland shall wrap around their shoulders. And the houses shall be conducted by the plants that rule them, and the knives and forks and spoons shall follow in their dance to 4 a.m., the bird choir of the dawn. And the cupids Michaela painted hold the box of jewels, and the jewels hold the light if exposed to the air, and the air holds life as we know how to keep it. Water the plants. Take me where there is music tonight. I